Hello and welcome back to Chris's Corner. Today we're going to be looking at the 2025 Luke Skywalker Vintage Ornament. Again, this is one of my favorite lines that have come out. It is the tribute to the original 1978 Kenner action figure line. Today we're going to be looking at price, full box details, artist spotlight, unboxing and showcase. We'll get into some design deep dive, history and lore, Chris's Corner rating. We'll rebox it, and then we'll do some question and answer polling at the end. But for now, when this ornament was released, it
only had one price in the box. There's physically no price written on this box. So the price that was on the box on a sticker added by the store was $28.99.
And that's the Canadian price.
I believe that is the Canadian price.
If I find the American price, I will put that on screen.
It's odd that there's not a price on the box. Normally there's a price, so they just stickered over it, but this time there's nothing.
I think they're going to be doing that this year, which means we're just going to have to reference the book, the Dream Book, when it comes out, and that sheet from now on. I think we're going to have to do that for next year, because I think moving forward, I don't think they're going to be putting the prices on the boxes. I think it'll
save a lot of stress.
Well, with everything that happened as far as the pricing and the turmoil that happened in the U.S.
Cross-border shoppers.
Yeah, I think they're just going to leave it off. That way, they're trying to just not deal with a lot of that.
Trying to minimize the effects.
I did find one on third-party site, $29.99.
Okay.
Which is really good.
Yep.
Lowest on eBay, $22.89.
Wow.
That's US, $31.41 Canadian. And the highest is $58.88 US, or $80.81 Canadian. Wow. Which is really up there. So.
Wow. And what does a Luke Skywalker carded action figure go for? I knew that was going to be a dumb question.
The original 12, just for the. I'm going to actually break out one of my action figures.
Boy, I'm sorry.
If I can find it here, he's up here on the shelf.
Trust me, we have plenty of action figures in this room. We have bags, we have boxes, we have wall to wall, floor to ceiling. Everywhere I look,
there he is. It's not his original saber.
You know, when I was a little girl, I got my very first Star Wars action figure too. I had a Han Solo.
My original Luke.
Why is he yellow?
Oh, that's how old he is.
Wow. Look at that yellow hair. My goodness.
Yeah.
I had a Han Solo. Whoa, what did you do to the back of his head?
He's balding. Yeah.
Wow. Did not age well, did he?
Nope. That's my original Luke. So the original Luke, part of the original 12.
I had a Han Solo and a Leia.
These are very pricey ornaments.
I played with mine.
You can buy them as is, like I've got that one now that's not in a blister and on card. He could still be $100.
For just him?
Yeah.
Like that?
His saber needs to be working. Again, you've got him alone in good, clean condition with a working telescopic lightsaber. It can go pretty good for a loose character.
Really?
But I'll try to find some prices online.
That's crazy. I'm sorry I asked.
If it's carded and you can find it carded, yeah, they're expensive. So yeah, like I said, $58 for the highest price on eBay, and this is my. What does the back of the box say?
Timothy Bishop.
That's it for the back of the box.
That's it.
All right.
Other than the usual trademarks and Hallmark, this, that, and the other, and Disney, and it says Timothy Bishop, Hallmark Keepsake artist, Timothy Bishop.
No, well, the box itself, full vintage style card back reproduction, blister bubble with figure inside. Ages 4 and up badge, Star Wars logo with Kenner era silver border style, and photo of Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker on Tatooine. Back of the box, yeah, it doesn't say anything. Sorry,
I'd like to make it up. I'd like to start a new thing where we just do this is what the back of the box should say about the ornament, but I got nothing for you right now. It's
so
sad.
From the website, I believe the Hallmark site, the only little bit more that it says about this, may the force be with you. Within a year of its premiere, Star Wars became the first film to launch a successful line of toys based on its characters and concepts. Toys that inspired a generation of kids and collectors. This Hallmark Keepsake ornament commemorates one of the first 12 Star Wars action figures released in stores in 1978.
So if I asked you what the first 12 are, you can name them all off, right?
Without looking?
Yeah.
First 12. Okay, let's
Let's
try
go.
to do this. Luke, Han, Vader, Jawa, Tusken Raider or Sand Person, Ben Kenobi, Princess Leia. Is it the Death Star Gunner? Death Star Gunner. It's written on the sheet here. You can probably find it written on our sheet.
Is it?
Yeah, Death Star Gunner. I'm missing 5.
We're missing 5. Okay, I got him.
Chewbacca? No, I don't think Chewbacca was one of them. Was he? Chewbacca was one of them. Stormtrooper. So I'm missing 3.
Yeah. 2 obvious. 2 super obvious.
3PO and R2.
Thank you.
And now I'm missing 1.
Yep. This one I don't even know what I'm looking at, but okay.
Yeah, I'm out on the last
Death Squad Commander?
Maybe that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah. I don't know which one that one would have been.
Let's see if I can find a picture because now I'm super curious. Holy cow, you aren't kidding about the price of these. Oh, okay. He's the guy from the Death Star in the gray.
Okay.
Which makes sense now.
The Han Solo was absolutely horrible.
Hey, I had the Han Solo. I loved him. I slept with him. He was my friend.
So
and I had a Leia.
So again, the full list is Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Chewbacca, 3PO, R2, Stormtrooper, Jawa, Tusken Raider, and Death Star Commander.
Well, I'm pretty impressed. You did pretty good there.
Death Star Commander is a weird one. I don't understand why.
No, I didn't get that either.
I mean, Vader or Emperor wasn't around yet. There was talk of him, but he wasn't around. I would have gone with one of the aliens from the cantina or something.
That's why you didn't get to pick.
All right, we've lost track of where we are.
Totally. Artist Spotlight.
Artist Spotlight. What do we have for Artist Spotlight? It is actually somebody we have not talked about.
Well, we haven't dove into him as an Artist Spotlight because this is kind of a new thing we started doing, but we have seen his work before because he has actually done all of this line. So he has done all of the figures that have currently come out. We've got the Jawa, the Vader, and the Tusken Raider, right?
Yes.
And now the Luke. So he's doing the whole line.
As far as we know.
It
certainly looks like the entire line.
Looks like, yes. Yeah. So depending on if they do all 12, if Timothy Bishop ends up doing them all, we have seen his work before, is my point. He's best known for his vintage toy recreations, such as this, his 3D sculpting with high accuracy, his clean, minimalistic figure design, and pop culture lines with nostalgic styling. So when I flipped through to see what else he's done, he did a lot of the car line. So, you know how every year Hallmark releases like the vintage cars? Mm-hmm. He's very well known for doing those. Okay. The fire truck was one that popped out. He's also gone into more recent pop culture and done some Pokemon stuff. Oh, okay. So he's kind of a little bit all over the place, but he's known for that vintage. So he's got his vintage arcade recreations, his action figures, his retro-styled ornaments with accurate proportions and paint choices. What Tim Bishop brings to Luke? Precise replication of the Kenner 1978 Star Wars figure, maintenance of era-accurate proportions including his narrow shoulders, his stylized hands, and his simplified face sculpt. The blister bubble shape identical to Kenner format. The color palette, the slightly off-white tunic, mustard yellow pants, and blonde hair. The orange background card back, matching the early Luke figure releases, and the photo reference identical to the classic Kenner card image.
Nice.
Yeah, I couldn't find you how long he's been with Hallmark or, you know, what it sounds like he's been around for quite a few years, just looking at the dates of a lot of the other ornaments that he's done. So he's been with Hallmark for quite a few years.
All right. Well, before we pull this one out of the box, I'm going to remind you of our giveaways. We successfully gave away the 2 Darth Nihilus ornaments. One went to Louisiana.
Yes.
And the other one went to, I believe it was Kentucky.
Okay.
It might have been Arkansas now.
I don't remember which I wrote. I'm sorry.
No, I think one was definitely Louisiana, and I think the other one was further north.
The one was definitely Kentucky. Louisiana, because I remember writing LA.
So congratulations to our winners there. We do have the garbage mashers to give away. We're about 45 subscribers away from doing that. As soon as we reach 500 subscribers, I will contact one of them. Please be publicly subscribed so that I can see that you're subscribed. That way you're in the running. I will do everything in my power, create a video telling you you've won, and that will be yours.
As soon as we get your info.
As soon as we get, I don't know how long we're going to give you to get back to us, though. I don't want to be sitting on this thing for 20 years waiting for you.
If you want this,
pay attention.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
because it's a really cool ornament.
The same with the carbon freeze chamber. We're also giving away the carbon freeze chamber at 1,000 subscribers.
Admittedly, I played with that a couple of times while we were taking the tree apart.
We're also giving away the Let the Wookiee Win ornament. We're not sure how we're doing that yet, but we will come up with something. Either that's just our Christmas giveaway next year, but we also don't know what's coming out this coming year. So
we do not.
We also have, and I'm going to tell you this right now, I'm going to bring this one into screen. I'm giving this one away on this video right now.
And this is a 2025.
2025, yes, not the
2015.
2015, I think it was.
So.
This is the remake. It works. We had it out of the box. We did a video for it. Link in the top right corner. I'm giving this one away. I don't need 2 on the tree. I want to keep the original as opposed to the remake. This is yours. Comment down below that you want it, and I will pick one of you. I'll leave it up for a little bit, but pay attention.
If you want it, say
I'm not going to go even. If you're one of the first ones to comment, if I'm commenting back to you, make sure that you're coming back to check, and you
might get an ornament.
You're going to get an ornament. It's that simple. So yeah, I'm just going to leave this here in this video. This is what you're getting. Just let me know if you want it. I'll send it to you. It's that simple.
I think it's kind of cute that you said you don't need 2 on the tree.
Oh, I don't have the room.
Okay, that's fair.
So anyway,
true.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and open this one up then, and get it out of the box.
We do not need to play clamshell or no clamshell, because there's no room in here for clamshells.
This is paper.
You can stand there.
Yeah. I can use that again.
Thanks. So it's the typical Keepsake limited edition tissue paper. Very easy to unbox. Woohoo! See? Ta-da!
The only ornament that didn't make it to the 2025 tree, because we just ran out of time for filming.
Oh, cool.
And yeah.
That's so cool.
I can't stress enough how this line has become my favorite line for Star Wars ongoing now. I mean, yeah, you've got the character collector series. Yeah, you've got the exclusives and the limited editions and the Comic-Con ones. This one, with the 12 back, if they come out with the 12, and if they come out with like 11, I'll be just irate with Hallmark.
No, I don't think
all of them
do that, Chris.
This is the best line that they've come out with.
These are pretty cool.
This is fantastic. I love these ones. It is just so nostalgic and such a collector's thing for me.
Now, why didn't they put this on the back of the box?
Yeah, I know. Is that what...
I believe that's what you had read, yes.
Yeah, that's actually what I had read.
That is really cool. They should have put that on the back of the box. And if it can fit on the ornament, it can fit on the box, Hallmark.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's hang this up.
I love these ornaments. I can't...
They look really cool on the tree, too, I have to admit. It did look kind of cool watching it swirl around on the tree. It's kind of neat to see something so unique.
So let's get into some design deep dive about the ornament. Card back accuracy. A silver racetrack border recreated perfectly. Starfield backdrop matches the 1978 print grain. Ages 4 and up, text in correct placement and typeface. And photo of Luke matches the exact Kenner source image. Back features the lineup of the iconic first 12 figures. Now,
I really wish you had one in the box so we could like side by side. That'd be really cool. Chris doesn't have one of those.
Kenner actually was slow to the market on this one. They wanted the line out by Christmas. They couldn't get it out by Christmas.
Oh, really?
They actually had in store, it was almost like an IOU. Where you would buy this item card that showed what you were purchasing, and then I think you would bring that back to the store in the new year to get so that you still had something to give at Christmas.
That's funny. Right? Yeah, how many kids want to unwrap that and not the real Luke Skywalker?
You've gotten this for Christmas, but you're not getting it until like 3 or 4 weeks later when they actually hit the store.
Wow.
That's from what I understand how it worked. It sucked, but like I said, this is the first toy line that they came out with.
Do you have one? Like, did you have the box right away when you were little?
I didn't get the card IOU for Christmas. I got, I believe, this guy at a later date.
Okay.
So it was via the store.
And you opened it and threw the box away?
Oh, yeah.
That's hilarious. Now that's sacrilege, right?
1978. I was born in 71, so I was like 7 or 8 at the time.
Oh.
Right? And
if only you knew then what you know now.
Yeah. Sitting on a gold mine. Mom, I want all of these toys. Don't you understand? I want all these toys.
I can see Chris going back in time just to collect all the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
So that he's a millionaire later.
Go back in time and then find me in the store. Mom, some stranger's giving me toys. The whole line.
Shut up, kid. Take them.
No, shut up, Mom. Just take these.
Actually, what you could have just done is put them in a locker someplace and then gone back later and just like scooped up all your stuff because it'd be still mint.
Yeah.
Oh God, Chris is going to create a time machine.
Anyway, the blister bubble.
The blister bubble, transparent, molded to match Kenner's original single mold shape. Slight ridge line on lower base for authenticity, and clear plastic, not fogged, not frosted.
The figure itself, 1-to-1 miniature sculpt of the 1978 Luke figure. Stylized face, simple eyes, basic nose shape, hair molded in one helmet-like piece, accurate to Kenner's tooling. Very much. Very much. The tunic off-white with minimal fabric folds. The pants mustard yellow, exact vintage shading. The lightsaber, yellow. Oh, is it a yellow saber?
It is in the box. I noticed that actually.
Yeah, Luke never had a yellow saber, but you're right. I think it did come out.
It has it's so hard to see, but he does have a little tiny nubbin of a saber in it.
Yeah, yellow, perfectly matching the original telescoping version, but not extended. So, for those that didn't have the original toy, you can see the line up his arm.
Oh.
And there was a saber that...
Wait, you don't have that?
No, I don't have that.
Oh.
I just threw this on just because he needed a saber, right? I mean, look how much longer it is than the actual figure.
Okay. So many weird things.
So the saber would slide up into his arm, and it had like an external little nubbin on it, so that you could push it down and extend it.
Okay.
It actually had 2 points of extension, so it was a tube, and then the tip of the saber was in the tube, so that you would slide the saber out and then pull the tip out to make it a full extension. Right?
Okay.
From what I remember, this is a long time ago. We're talking 50 years. So.
Oh boy.
Almost 50 years. Don't want to date myself too much.
The material and build. The ornament is plastic, consistent with the previous card back ornaments. It has a matte finish on the card back. It has a glossy blister and the molded hook loop at the top center, so it does hang perfectly balanced.
Scale and display works perfectly beside the 2021 vintage Vader figure, and ideal for a vintage pegboard themed ornament tree, and a lightweight, easy to hang.
So I'm going to tell you that this would not work well on a pegboard, and thankfully my retail background will tell you why. What would happen if you put that on a peg?
I know.
If you used that hole and put it on a peg, what would happen?
Oh, it'd rip off.
Now, it would not hang flat. It would hang on.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
So, and the stores are supposed to be punched in the center so that when you peg them, they're pegged properly. Because this way, if you put it on a pegboard, they're all going to hang on weird angles, and that's probably not the best way to display.
Okay, well, I'm gonna question you on that one. If the weight is off to the left on that, would it not hang?
No, because they're plastic toys. They wouldn't. They would have. You would have put them on the pegboard straight in the middle.
I don't want to get into a debate on how to hang a.
Well, if I look around at all of your other ones on the wall,
they are centered. Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right. Back into some history and lore now. This is where collectors get excited. The 2025 vintage Luke figure is part of a massive legacy. Star Wars explodes onto the screen in 1977. A film no one expected to succeed becomes a cultural phenomenon. The demand for toys skyrockets beyond what any studio anticipated. Christmas in 1977, the empty shelves crisis. And this is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
No Star Wars toys existed during the film's release. The demand was so overwhelming that Kenner created the now legacy early bird certificate package.
That's hilarious.
Kids received an empty box.
Oh my goodness.
Promise of 4 figures mailed to them later. So you didn't have to go back to the store. It actually...
So they were mailed to you?
Right.
Wow.
The figures were Luke, Leia, Chewbacca, and R2.
Wow.
So you couldn't just buy one. You had to buy 4 to get them shipped to you.
I don't remember the cost of what these would have been when we were kids, but probably less than $10 a piece.
Oh yeah, they were like $2 a piece.
They weren't overly pricey.
No.
I do remember seeing them in stores, and I do remember bugging and wanting them, even though I was a girl and it was like taboo for girls to play with space toys. But
Space toys.
I loved the movies, right? So the 1978 first 12 figures, as we discussed, are Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Han Solo, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Chewbacca, C-3PO, R2-D2, Stormtrooper, Jawa, Tusken Raider, and the Death Squad Commander. The packaging was revolutionary. A single character photo, a silver frame, bright colors on the background, and a character name on a bold strip.
Why Luke was iconic. Yellow saber, later white and blue variations, blonde molded hair, telescoping saber version, became one of the most valuable vintage toys. Luke's card-back imagery became one of the most recognizable pop culture visuals of the 70s and 80s.
The impact on collecting? The vintage Star Wars birthed the modern action figure collector community. The first 12 remains the foundation of the Star Wars toy culture. Hallmark's ornament recreations are considered miniature museum pieces by collectors.
Why 2025 matters. This ornament marks Hallmark's ongoing recognition of early Star Wars toy history, a tribute to Kenner's impact, the 3rd year in the modern vintage ornament series, and a likely hint that the additional first 12 figures are coming.
They better be, or Chris is going to cry.
Well, like we said, when the first year came out,
You were like a little child.
yeah, I'm like, I was all in then. So,
And that the year we had the one-off, and then the second year we had the Comic-Con one, and then another, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the first year was the Tusken Raider.
I think so. And
Or
then
was
we
that
had
the Comic-Con one? Well, the Vader, Tusken Raider, Jawa, and now Luke.
Yeah.
One came out the first year, and there might have been that same year was the Comic-Con,
Okay,
and then last year was another one, and then this year's another one again.
sure.
So I think we're into now that they've done 4 out of the 12,
And they're super popular.
we're a third of the way done.
Yeah.
I
Hallmark
think
would be ridiculous to
Yeah.
not continue this.
not to, yeah. Please, Hallmark, don't be
The
stupid.
thing is, Hallmark knows that they have you nerds. I mean collectors.
Right.
And you were going to want all 12, which means they're guaranteed to sell these.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hallmark is a smart company in some aspects. They know the collectors are going to want this 12.
Oh yeah.
They're going to produce all 12.
Oh yeah, like I'm salivating thinking about the rest of them, right? I am that all in on these ones. Which leads us into Chris's corner
This is all
rating.
you. Go ahead.
You just want me to take it. Take
Yep.
this one.
Because my input's probably not going to mean much.
We're basing our ratings on design and sculpt, features and functionality, and collectability and value.
You don't really like it that much.
No, I can't stand these ones. They're just no 10 out of 10. I'm sorry.
Wow, it's
I-
right to the 10.
I'm going right to the finish line here. Like
Okay.
10 out of 10. And I can tell you right now why. Design and sculpt, it's exactly like what we got in 1978 off the shelf. It looks exactly the same.
But they weren't released until 1979.
Sorry, 1970. No, the film came out in 77. They were released in 78.
Sorry.
78. Yeah, it's such a kick in the nostalgia pants for me. It like I said, I can't wait for the next few years to get the rest of this set. They look so good on the tree too.
Hallmark knows you guys so well. Honestly. Like, if anybody knows how to make money, it's anyone who can recreate Star Wars things to make Star Wars fans do this.
Well, yeah.
You make Star Trek fans look amateur. You really do.
Features and functionality. The features on this, if we're talking about electronics, well, there is none, but the features on it are the artwork. The artwork is amazing.
It is a
It's
pretty cool
an
recreation.
absolute spot-on recreation of what you got on the shelves back then. It's fantastic. What's nice about this too, just to poke fun at myself. You can't accidentally open this one.
Are you sure?
pretty hard.
I'm pretty sure I can pop that bubble off for you. You want to see what he looks like out of the box?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna get a second one and open.
Collectibility and value. I'm all in on the collectibility.
Of course you are.
It's Star Wars. I'm gonna have to have them all for the tree, and the fact that it's the vintage toy line that brings back the nostalgic feels for me is like 10 out of 10 right there in itself. And the value, when it's something that means so much to you as a memory of a childhood, you can't put a dollar value on that. Like
yes, you can.
And they do.
Yes, you can.
But the value in itself, it pays.
It's right in the field.
Yeah.
I know.
So if I sound like I'm excited about this, it's because I am. I love this line.
I'm glad you're excited.
And it's one of the lines that you don't need to put any electronics in it for it to be fantastic. So yeah, 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's all right. I'm not giving you a number. Are you kidding?
Well,
I want to live a little longer. I don't have any. I think it's really cool. I do. I think it's a very cool thing to be able to have a teeny tiny miniature version of something that can make you turn into a 5-year-old beside me. I really do. So
right? Oh.
I can't deny it's a 10 out of 10. It really is. It's super cool.
The function and functionality of the ornament based on what it does to me is in itself entertaining for you.
So I'm assuming the little Luke Skywalker is glued to the...
Yeah, I would think so.
Hopefully over time he doesn't fall off, because if he
That'd be a
starts
really
shaking
hard,
around in there,
that'd be a hard
so
fix.
Angry. I'm going to buy a second one and open it.
So what is your rating?
A 10.
A 10?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it was tough being a girl and liking the Star Wars toys and wanting the Star Wars toys, but I did have a couple myself. So I can't deny that it does bring back a lot of, really cool memories.
Well, Star Wars.
I had the big 12-inch ones. I had the 12-inch Luke and the 12-inch Leia. And
I've got 12-inch dolls up there as well.
I know you do. Oh, I thought we're not supposed to call them dolls.
Well, those are dolls.
Okay, well.
The 12-inch figures are dolls.
I had the Luke and the Leia, and one of my dogs ate the leg on, I think it was the Luke, and I was crushed because he couldn't put his boot back on. Yeah, I remember being really upset about that. But I had the toys too. I just didn't have the toys like you had the toys.
There was Princess for...
Well, that was it, right? Like, I think that was one of the first times that you saw a character that was a female and a princess and a strong character. And I think that really had an impact on a lot of girls my age, because, it was okay to be that girl character, because Leia was super cool because she was tough. She didn't mind yelling at the boys and telling them what to do. And that was cool.
Yeah.
Because you didn't get that. Most girls would just do whatever boys said.
Save me.
Exactly.
Right.
And she didn't do that.
No,
she was like, get this thing out of my way. I'm in charge. Move. And I thought that was awesome.
Rips the rifle out of their hands and
Absolutely.
blasts the...
I thought she's always been that strong, brilliant character through everything. Even through the new crappy movies that we didn't love, she was still that same character. That you could still go back. And even though they were not the best films, they honored the fact that General Leia made the decisions and the calls, and everybody respected the hell out of her. And I think that's important. Her character didn't really change.
No, it stayed true.
And I think that was important to a lot of little girls.
All right, well, let's go ahead and put it back in the...
Am I allowed to?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, like I had said, this is the one ornament that didn't make the tree this year because we hadn't filmed him yet.
So something I did learn with these guys, because the boxes are super thin, the best way to wrap these is to put them flat and to wrap them as tight as you can, so that when you fold the bottom piece and top piece over, they're not making you real thick.
Right.
They fit in the boxes a whole lot easier.
Yeah, it's a really thin box.
It is. So just like that. And then you gotta hope you did it right, and it goes in the box without it being squished. And I didn't quite do it, but here we go. I like this little stand you made. It's very cool.
Better Lego.
Thank you, Lego.
All right. Well, the last part of the video here, we always do a question and answer poll about the ornament and its genre. So we've got 4 questions here, as usual. I want to hear your comments and your thoughts. down below. The first question is, what vintage Star Wars figure should Hallmark recreate next?
A Tauntaun.
All of them. A vintage Tauntaun?
Yeah, come on.
Come on, no.
No, fine. I want a Han Solo then.
The Han Solo? I kind of want R2.
Really?
Or Chewbacca.
What? Really?
I have a specific reason for that.
Of course you do.
The R2 and or the Chewbacca, they were really awkward looking when they released them in 78. Yeah.
Okay.
R2 was probably more awkward looking than, I don't remember 3PO.
3PO has always been awkward.
They were decals, right? They weren't molded.
Oh.
So R2 just was tubular in shape with a domed head, and then they just put the stickers on top of them. So I was always kind of drawn to the awkwardness of it.
Okay, I'm trying to look. Oh.
Right? I'll throw one up on. Yeah, I'll throw a couple pictures up on.
The
screen.
3PO looks okay. Oh, the R2. Oh.
Now you know what I'm talking. So for nostalgic reasons of the awkwardness, that's actually one of the ones that I want to see first. The Vader is Vader, the Luke is Luke, the Han, although his face is a little bit off.
His face is terrible.
Right? Again, this is pretty good memory on my part that I remember.
And the Leia with the plastic cape.
Right.
Yeah.
Very, very stiff looking Leia. The cape was very rigid.
Yeah, and her bell-bottom pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the Stormtrooper looks a little funky too. Yep. Looks like he's wearing bad glasses. I can't wait to get that one.
So I'm gonna have to go with the R2. You want the Han.
Yeah.
The poorly sculpted face.
All I see is Spaceballs.
Yeah, the
and
Death
now
Star
I know
Commander.
Why they did Spaceballs like that.
The Death Star Commander. I don't really understand why they needed to have him as the 12th.
And what's up with Obi-Wan?
But at least he looks like Obi-Wan.
No, he kind of looks more like Superman's dad.
Jor-El? Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. No one else can see what we're looking at, but yeah.
No, I can throw the pictures up on.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right, next question. Do you prefer the vintage figure ornaments or the storytellers line?
Oh, I'm over the storytellers for Star Wars because we can't expand beyond the same damn thing. If we decided to branch into, I don't know, let's try some lines from Empire Strikes Back, or maybe let's go into Return of the Jedi, maybe. But I'm really over what we've done here.
I think they've burned out A New Hope enough.
Yes, stop.
I was actually considering, while I was doing the filming of my tree this year, I think there's enough ornaments for Star Wars on the tree that you could probably do a run through of even the magic ones along with the storytellers, and you would get a very large portion of A New Hope.
Oh, absolutely. Which is why I think I'm over the storytellers, because we haven't expanded beyond A New Hope. The first set was a bunch of ships that came out and went pew, pew, pew. The second set, we expanded a little bit more, and it's just how do you go from here, though? Do you start again and do, let's do the Return of the Jedi version, and everybody gets a new costume and new lines, but it's still going to be the same characters. Can't really come out with a little teddy bear that comes out and all he says is nub nub.
I'm torn on the storytellers for putting out another line, because I do think it would be cool to have the second Death Star as it's half built,
that would be cool,
built. It would also look better on my tree since I don't mount the topper on the top of the tree.
That would be really cool.
The second Death Star revolving around the tree would be very cool, because it would fully represent the forest moon of Endor, Endor being the tree. If you haven't seen my tree, I'll put a link on the top right corner. You can see the tree. I don't put the tree topper on the top of the tree. It actually sticks out the side of the tree, and the tree rotates. Well, there's not enough space above the tree, but it still is a cool option.
It is, and a lot of people who have seen our tree have pointed it out.
Yeah.
So do you prefer the vintage, or do you want more storytellers?
I want to finish off the line of vintage ones before there's a new line of storytellers. I think. Unless you can do another line of storytellers in a way
that's completely unique. The only way
uses different characters.
That's the thing.
And I don't think you can.
Unless you're not going to like it.
Yeah, unless you narrow it down to a specific time frame in the movie.
Hold on. You've got more films to draw from. You could go back to Qui-Gon.
You could.
You could go back.
Yeah, you could.
Or you can go forward to Rey and Kylo. There are options in either direction. It does not have to be the original trilogy.
You could do Qui-Gon and
that
Yoda.
That is the only way I see it working.
Obi-Wan and
Padme and Anakin. You could do it that way.
I'm not sure what you would use as your topper.
Not sure either. A big Gungan on a throne? No, bad idea. I don't know, but that is the only thing I can see.
See, I get locked into the original trilogy because that, to me, that's still for me the only Star Wars.
But if you're looking for ideas for storytellers, I think that's your only other direction.
But to answer the question, I want to see the rest of these vintage ones put out first. I really want a full set. I as the OCD collector.
Oh boy, yes.
If Hallmark fails to put out all of the 12. I'm going to be crushed.
Chris will riot.
Like, I will... Let's go to wherever the head office is with signs out front. Make the rest of the vintage ornament.
At that point, I don't know you. Okay? This is where I'm going to draw the line in our relationship.
All right, moving on. Did you own the original 1978 Star Wars action figure?
No, I did not.
Yes, I did.
I had the Han Solo.
You had the Han Solo.
And Leia.
I had a Vader as well.
Okay.
Vader lost his head.
Yeah, well, that happened.
Well, the next movie came out when I was playing with my toys. What happened?
This was an arm, not a head.
No, the character of Vader in the tree on Dagobah lost his head, even though it was Luke's face inside the helmet.
Okay.
And when you were reenacting that, I tried to glue it back on with crazy glue. Didn't work. Which card back color was your favorite growing up? So this
Purple.
One's the black, there's the green, there's the red, with the Power of the Force.
Yeah.
It was basically when I started really collecting, and those were the orange/red back. And then there's the Power of the Force green, which came out with the hologram, the little slide. And then there was what was the next one? Oh, there was one like a little...
There's a blue one down here.
Well, that gets into the next trilogy.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Does it?
Episode 1 is the red after the green.
Oh, the blue's Attack of the Clones. Sorry.
Yeah. And then I kind of stopped collecting, like really collecting, after the third part 3 came out. Episode 3.
Okay.
I didn't really collect after that because they started getting weird. That's the way they made their... And now you got the Black Series.
The Black Series are kind of cool.
I had a friend who's a Star Wars fan that he collects all the...
They're kind of cool.
Series.
I like the Black Series.
He's got a YouTube channel as well.
You have a couple around here, don't you?
Black Series?
You just didn't like them because they don't hang.
I have one Black Series, and that's behind you.
Yeah, I think I bought it for you.
And we bought it at Disney, and that is Shizo.
Oh,
Shadows of the Empire.
I thought you had another one.
There might be a Chewbacca. There might be a Chewbacca somewhere.
Yeah, I thought I got you one. All right, well,
those are the questions. I do hope that you've liked this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. That gets you into the running for all of our giveaways. And comment down below. Let's hear from you guys. I love to hear from our subscribers. I interact with pretty much everybody. I may not get to you right away, but I do get back to you. Hopefully that you see my responses when I do get back to you. But for now, I hope that you've enjoyed this 2025 vintage Luke Skywalker figure. I know I have.
No kidding.
But until our next video, I hope that you have a very good day.